Allah be in all of us. I will not tell individual names, I might miss out somebody. But thank you for all the well wishes in accepting our invite to be here with us, some at short notice. And thank you, Ashwin. We started off this journey 2 years back in last one, like you rightly pointed out. And by the way, that function was not open for private institutions, and they were kind enough to call me. There were 124 vice chancellors from all over India. And AbdulRahman Mukherjee was talking to QS as well as science and education on how to improve the quality standards of education institutions in India. So thank you for inviting me for that. And subsequently I took Noanzo for a dinner. I think that's what worked. I took, it's in Jama Masjid. He enjoyed it thoroughly. Noanzo enjoyed dinner thoroughly. That's also my father's favorite place. So, to come a little bit about my father. Those of you probably know about him. There was only one government institution, school, in our village called Kilagai, called Hamidiya Higher Secondary School. And that school was in the danger of being closed because of want of students. So he wrote a letter to the village elders requesting them not to allow that school to be closed. Apart from that, he came back. School had to walk to neighboring villages to make sure that school did not close. The importance of that school is today there are graduates from that school sitting here with us. So the sense of the importance of education was ingrained in him at that young age itself. So when he had the means to study, when he had the means to start, he started the first school 50 years back. Before it became popular for schools to be started, he started the school 50 years back. We celebrated 50th year. This is actually the 50th year for Crescent Boys School, which is in Wanderlore. And I studied there, my brother studied there, so it was a place where most of us studied. And actually, to be very, how do I put it, clear on his thinking, he did not want to start an engineering college. He only wanted to start an ITI. A training center, because we had a large company in Middle East, we still have. So he wanted plumbers, electricians and mechanics, but he didn't want engineers. So he wanted to start an ITI, and it was called Salia Kamal ITI because the gentleman from Saudi Arabia was saying that I'll also give you a contribution. That contribution never came. But it was N.G. Ramachandran, the then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, who encouraged my father to say, AbdulRahman, you're not doing anything. No sir, doing business in India is very difficult. No, you're already running 12 education institutions, start a college. And he gave the college. One very important point that Ashwin touched upon, and I would like to highlight here, is that we are a very inclusive institution. Even though we are a minority institution, we give equal opportunity to everybody based on merit. So any of you who are applying to our institution, you will get scholarship, you will get the courses you want based on your merit. We do not give on caste, creed or religion. In that we are very unique. And we want to take the level of higher education to the best in the world. When people ask me what is it you are looking at, they are doing this, they are doing this, I said, we are doing path-breaking things. To give an example, we are starting 4 technology-based incubators. What is technology-based incubator? Basically, it will be technology-driven, but we solve India's problems. What are India's greatest problems? Water, energy, low-cost medical devices, life science, agriculture. In all these areas, we are going to be starting technology-based incubators. And what is the future of our country? We need to find, identify and fund young people in this country who will be future entrepreneurs. So we want to create 100 people like my father, who will be entrepreneurs who will give jobs to others on a low-cost technology-enabled basis. I wanted you to highlight, there are a series of articles. Yesterday there was an article on how the electric cars, battery costs are coming down, and how India is going to be in the forefront of it. We are going to be working on that also. Today there is an article called How 5G Economic Times, page number 7, today, this morning. How 5G, not 1G, 2G, 3G, 5G. You know, most of you know what 5G is, right?
Thank you, sir, for that befitting address. Ambassador to the US and Germany. She was the second woman ambassador to the United States of America. May I request Mrs. Meera Shankar to deliver.
Institute of Science and Technology, Mr. Abdul Qadir, former Vice Chairman UGC, Dr. A members, and invited guests and representatives here today and see this institute being awarded the fourth speaks of both your ambition.
மக்கள் குரல் நடுநிலை மாலை நான்கள் உலக மக்களின் ஒருமித்த குரல் மக்கள் குரல் அரசியல் ஆன்மீகம் அறிவியல் கல்வி மருத்துவம் பொருளாதாரம் சினிமா விளையாட்டு உள்ளிட்ட உலக செய்திகளை ஒருங்கிணைந்து தரும் ஒரே மாலை நடுநிலை நாளிதழ் மக்கள் குரல் விலை ரூபாய் 3 மட்டுமே. உங்கள் செய்தி விளம்பரங்களை தந்து நீங்கள் பயன்பெறுங்கள். உடனுக்குடன் செய்திகளை தெரிந்து கொள்ள மக்கள் குரல் .net இணையதளத்தில் இணைந்திருங்கள். உலக மக்களின் ஒருமித்த குரல் மக்கள் குரல்.
Important also not to rest on your laurels, but to strive for much greater excellence, and that is something which was commendable, that now that you are in the first, want to be in the first 1,000 institutes globally and then later in the first 500 institutes globally. Now I think that's a very admirable objective, to constantly strive for improvement and excellence in your education. Today, I think we are witnessing technological change at a pace which is really happening in real time. So everything we know today may change in the future, well as technologically. And the key to be able to ride this wave of change, or the fourth industrial revolution as it is being called, is going to be education, education and education. And it is not going to be, that you go for a degree and that you then sit back, that you have achieved at one stage. It is going to be now for future generations a life of constant learning, because the changes in technology are so incessant and also so disruptive that to be able to ride them, you will constantly, the young of today will not have the kind of settled careers that we had. They will have far more change in their lifetime than we ever knew. And their ability to handle this will really depend on their openness to constantly striving to learn and to understand what is happening in the world today.
Mr. AbdulRahman Buhari has a vision to take the institution to global standards. Now you are witnessing all. And constantly guide us development of our institution. So on behalf of all, we extend our heartfelt thanks, sir. Our Vice Chancellor, Shaul Hamid bin Abu Bakr.
Mega Digital Flex and Banner. அரசியல் சினிமா வர்த்தகம் எல்லாம் அழகாய் கொண்டு சேர்த்திட மெகா டிஜிட்டல் ஃபிளெக்ஸ் அண்ட் பேனர். திருமண விளம்பரம் ஓடிங் போர்டுகள் உடனடி பேனர்கள் செய்திட மெகா டிஜிட்டல் ஃபிளெக்ஸ் அண்ட் பேனர்.
மெகா டிஜிட்டல் ஃபிளெக்ஸ் அண்ட் பேனர், மவுண்டோ, அடையார், கோயம்பேடு மற்றும் திருவொற்றியூர். போன் 94400746.
On behalf of our institution, I extend my heartfelt thanks to our beloved chief guest of today's event, Dr. S. Devaraj, former Vice Chairman of University Grants Commission. Though the minimum time within, extend my thanks to our because thanks to Ashwin Fernandez, the Regional Director, US Intelligence Unit, UK, for honoring our institution with the PS Star Awards of Excellence. So, we assure you that we would strive to keep up and improve our global standards. And felicitated as Dr. Meera Sankar, the former I extend my heartfelt thanks, sir. I convey my profound thanks to all the dignitaries who has come over here to share our pride and happiness.
Now we always say good to great, okay? Good to great. Sir, one reclama here.
I think you're joking about it.
1, 2, 3, jump! Okay, good. Thank you.